Okay, 7 o'clock, I'll call the regular meeting of Hannibal Council, August 17th, 2022 to order, please. I'll welcome Mr. Robichaud. He's in attendance tonight, just observing, watching, enjoying the council meeting, I'm sure. Good to see you. All right, so first thing we need is a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll move the approval of the agenda.
Second?
No,
we'll have to do the addition.
Yes. With the following additions.
Okay, sorry, I'll move the approval of the agenda with the following additions. Add 12B, email from resident, DTI ditch maintenance.
And seconder, please. Second by Tim, okay. Now we need a motion to, oh yes, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Any questions? Any discussion? Any errors or omissions? We're in good shape, so all those in favor of approving the agenda signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those contrary?
Hi, Ollie. Now, is it? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's not me on there now this time, right?
Motion carried, thank you. Okay, we're going to move on to item number 3, adoption of the minutes.
I move to adopt the minutes of July 20th, 2022, regular meeting of council.
Do you have a seconder?
I'll second it.
Just one quick question. So these ones are the ones with the typos corrected? Mm-hmm. Okay, yep. Good.
Okay, any questions? Any errors or omissions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those contrary minded? Motion carried, thank you. Okay, we have need a motion to adopt the minutes of special meeting on July 29th.
A motion to adopt the minutes for the special meeting of council from July 29th, 2022.
Seconder?
Second.
Any omissions, errors, questions, discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those contrary minded? Great, motion carried. Okay, item 4, public input inquiries.
My turn?
You're up.
Yeah. I have a question for you, Mr. Mayor, just on the way stuff is supposed to happen. Let's say there's you decide to get the property, the parking lot snow removed in the winter. Would that go just like you'd say, okay, it's company XYZ that gets it, or does it go through councillors or to a motion for them to vote on?
Depending upon the cost and something like that, we usually put a tender out.
What's, because of the value, or?
Well, there's the provincial regulations that call that you have to have a tender if it's over a certain amount.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if it's not a tender, then the council does it still go in
Oh yeah,
front
where
of council?
it's an expenditure that's, well, of course it's budgeted for, so we have it in the budget, so we just approve it and move on.
Okay, so the council just approves it, or
Yes.
just
No,
yourself
it's
or the
council.
clerk?
Council.
Oh, the council,
Yeah.
so the council would vote on a motion per se?
Where it's in the budget and it's an operational thing, it wouldn't even have to go to council, it could just be approved day-to-day operations.
In operations?
Yes.
Okay, all right. And that's for all contracts, or just certain stuff that's already?
As long as it's budgeted, we're all right. If it's something new that we may need a resolution of council on.
Okay, all right. Because there's one thing that I was looking for, and I couldn't find a motion for it, so I'm still looking.
Okay, fair enough.
And I'll try to find it because I can't.
Haven't you got that question written in to the clerk?
I sent it to you, I don't know.
Yeah, and I sent it on to the clerk.
Probably, I
Yeah,
don't know.
so-
I didn't get any response that you had forwarded to anywhere.
Right. Yeah, because normally that stuff comes in, it goes to the clerk. And I know
Yeah.
you and her have been corresponding over the last few months with questions and answers.
Yeah, about a couple of weeks, yeah.
Yeah,
Couple
yeah.
of 3 weeks.
So be sure it's in the works.
yeah. Okay, no, I just wanted to know what the procedure was, if it was followed a certain way or not, or, and that's why I was looking for a motion, but couldn't find it.
Yeah.
So,
Depending on what it was, if it was a budgeted amount already, and it was in the budget, depending on, on the circumstances surrounding it.
yeah,
It
but
may
if
not.
it's a budgeted amount, then you would know the amount, right?
Yes,
Okay,
Yeah.
if you don't know the amount ahead of time, you can't budget for it, right?
makes it kind of difficult.
Okay,
Yeah.
that answers my other question I wasn't bothered to ask.
Fair enough.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, disclosures, council? None? Okay, great. Reports, Chief Grubbs, you're on deck, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Council. As you can see, we have 11 runs in July. You people are turning around now, it seems to be a lot more running in here than it was before. Better check this out even farther. No, sorry I didn't have time to change or anything this evening. Just go back, I just got the scene of a MVC and come directly here. Testing pumps for the last 2 days with Dave Davenport, doing our trucks up. And speaking of that, he's coming next Tuesday to test the ladder pump. So, make sure everything's up to snuff, and so far, everything's been good. Any questions?
Yeah, Chief, just a quick one, I apologize. So when you show up to a no alarm fire, is that because their monitoring company calls you?
Probably, they would, if they go to an answering service, the monitoring company, it goes to, once they get it, they will forward it on to 911. And then it goes to 911, we get called on.
Okay. Yeah, I was just noticing there was a few here, no alarm fires. I just wondering how that happened. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And some of it, we just get started and halfway there, I've seen me not even get out of the driveway and they call back and cancel us because the key holder burnt supper or something, you know what I mean? So, that happens as well. I know these, what you see in front of you is anything that's gone through 911.
Okay, any other questions on the report for the chief? Okay, can I get a motion to receive?
Motion to receive fire department report?
Second.
No other questions, discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those contrary minded? Motion carried, thank you very much. Thank you, chief, as usual.
Thank you, Chief.
Have a good evening.
Appreciate you coming out direct from an accident, so
Yeah,
times are busy, no doubt.
yeah, now I'm heading to the hall for training.
Non-stop.
Yeah.
Thanks again, have a great night.
Take care. Thank you, take care.
Will do, sir. Okay, presentations, we don't have any. Building permits, we have 4 on there. There is a deck, truck storage, a house in the garage, and a detached garage. So things are moving along, they're all for July.
Did we ever talk to, or get her back from RC? Yeah.
Yep, we did, so it's being worked on, might have to give them a reminder soon, because I think we're losing money when I look at a 34 by 42 detached garage.
It's
In
the
the
house
house?
with the garage for $152,000,
Yeah,
right?
I question that,
Yeah.
yeah. But anyway, it's certainly under review, and they're well aware of it, so we'd like to have that acted on. Proclamations, there are none. Petitions and delegations, there are none. Business arising. Nothing new on business arising. So we're into the correspondence, item 12. We have an email from a resident regarding fireworks. Does everybody have a look at that one? So I need a motion to receive the correspondence from Ms. Drury.
I move to receive the correspondence from a resident who is concerned with the extreme temperatures and has requested a fireworks ban in Hanawa.
Have a seconder?
Second.
Okay, any questions, discussion?
Yeah, can we talk about that? Was there
Sure.
fireworks that we know that was obviously, this person thinks there is, but
There's fireworks going on all the time, you hear them.
provincially, isn't there a ban on fireworks when there's a no burn?
I wish the chief was still here.
That's true.
Just when there's no burn.
Just when there's no burn, but that's kind of the point that the resident here is speaking about, so. Okay, that should really kind of sum it up, my question, thank you.
So a follow-up to that then, I guess, so that would be basically covered under provincial guidelines, not
It is.
Right.
municipal, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, there is a regulation now.
Yeah, but there is a ban on fireworks in the Meriden. It's not, I don't know if it's an absolute
It's-
ban or it's just,
It's
they
not a
allow-
ban, it's not a ban.
No, they
They
allow
have to
it
get
on-
a permit.
Have to get a permit, okay.
Oh, okay.
So they don't have to get a permit here, so.
Yeah, you just have to follow fire regulations, provincial fire regulations.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Just a question.
All right, we got an email from another resident on the DTI.
We have to.
Sorry, yeah, getting carried away again. All right, can I get a motion to receive?
Yeah.
Sorry, did we do the motion? Just
Yeah.
The question,
It's not a
yeah.
question.
Yeah, we already did the motion. So, all those in favor signify by saying aye, receiving the correspondence. All those contrary minded? Motion carried, thank you very much. We have another email from a resident on the DTI ditch maintenance.
I move to receive the correspondence from a resident with respect to his concern over DTI cutting mature ditches, making the neighborhood look terrible.
Do we have a seconder?
I second it.
I have a question.
Yes.
Then. Like, I know DTI doesn't tell us really a lot about what they do anyway for, other than what, the blanket things that they tell the public, they don't give us anything specific. Did they give us any information about where they're doing this and when or what?
No, it's not necessarily DTI, it's also the NB Power.
It's usually-
Because last year, they
Usually
were,
every power, they usually just cut on the side under the power lines, and if it's not under your power line, then as a rule, don't cut it.
and in some cases it is DTI, because they did the side streets in Brookdale last year.
Yeah, I remember that happening, yeah.
They did give us a list earlier. I think the clerk sent it out to us. 'Cause-
For ditch day?
yeah, it's on our
Yep.
side this time, and
It
this
went out.
list of streets that were gonna be done.
Yeah.
Missed that, okay.
But that was DTI, but they're not doing where the MB power lines are.
No, but that's something if we get, we should publish it on our website so people are
Yeah,
in the way.
people aware.
That's something we can follow up on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
We can do
obviously,
that.
you
That's
know,
actually good feedback. I should have done that too, you're right.
yep.
Cool, thank you.
Okay, all those in favor of receiving the query from the resident, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those contrary minded? Thank you, motion carried. All right, we have meetings and special events. We have the mayor's report. Did everybody receive that?
Yep.
Can I get a motion to receive the mayor's report?
I move to receive the mayor's report as presented.
You have a seconder?
A second.
Okay, any questions? All those in favor of receiving the mayor's report, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those contrary minded? Motion carried, thank you, council. Going on to item 14, committee reports, Age Friendly did not meet. Communication, we have a communications report.
I move to receive the communication committee report as presented.
Second.
Any questions? No? All those in favor of receiving the communications report as presented, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those contrary minded? Thank you, motion carried. Economic development did not meet. Emergency measures, we have a report on emergency measures.
I move to receive the emergency measures committee report as presented.
Have a seconder?
I'll second.
Any questions? Hope not, Terry's not here. Okay. All those in favor of receiving the emergency measures committee report as presented, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those contrary minded? Motion carried, thank you. Finance did not meet. We had Parks and Recreation. Can I get a motion to receive the Parks and Recreation report, please?
A motion to receive the Parks and Recreation Committee report as presented.
Seconder?
Second.
Any questions, comments?
I had a question, if I can find it now. I was just curious, somewhere in here, I read about donating some wood and about the person doing the sculpture.
Right.
Yeah, could I get a bit more information? That sounds really great.
So a resident had seen the wood that, the tree that took out
Right.
the recreation building. Anyway, he saw the tree, he asked if he could have the remains, because he makes sculptures, so he is going to make us one as well.
Yeah.
And he may actually sculpt the structure that's already standing.
That was Romeo Portra.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Some
he's,
of those tree stuff.
his
beautiful.
sculpture was in the one in St. Andrews this weekend. I think he got second place or something like that. And it was, I think it was a bear, somebody said. Yeah, so
Yeah.
he put the fallen tree to pretty good use.
Yeah.
And he thinks he wants to do the one standing, he wants
That's what
actually,
I'd like
the one
to
that's
see,
already
yeah.
currently standing,
Yeah.
get rid of the raw part and then just do a sculpture, just leave it right there.
Fabulous. That's
I'd
really
like-
exciting.
I'd
Yeah.
love to see that.
And he could put like his name on it or, yeah.
Awesome.
And this was wood that was junk to
Yep.
us.
Yeah.
So it's,
Yeah.
you know,
No,
this
that's
is really nothing, but
yeah. That's wonderful. Thanks for the
wonderful.
information.
Yeah, nice.
We need a vote.
So we need to,
call for question.
Okay, yep, call for the question. All those in favor signify, for receiving the Parks and Trails Recreation Report as presented, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Contrary minded? Motion carried, thank you. Treasurer's report,
there isn't one.
there isn't one?
Terry couldn't get it done.
Okay.
Down and out, overall.
15, item 15. 16, older unfinished business, accessibility trail. I'll give you a bit of an update on that. The contract on that one is well underway. The guy that's doing the, laying the groundwork, putting the base down for this crushed rock and then covered by crusher dust. And then he's putting in like a framework that's gonna hold the rubberized paving. So that's well underway. And there's going to be a bunch of stuff dropped off on site, I believe next week. It's all the resin and the colored crumbled rubberized paving that's coming. And this project is going to be finished late August, early September. And as far as I know, talking to Eugene back and forth, he's certainly on track to complete his portion of it. And then there's going to be a team coming up from Nova Scotia and another project manager from Moncton, and even a guy from BC is coming in.
Wow.
So it's going to be quite a project, and it's quite an undertaking that there's going to be quite nothing like this around. So we're going to have a kind of a one-off thing.
That was what we wanted.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's going good, and it's looks like it's going to be completed on schedule. And Mr. Sharkey is completing his portion in the back trails. We had the students working for the last several years doing piecemeal over the summer, and he's wrapped that up today. Yeah, I think he's going to come back and do a little bit of maybe finishing touches or whatnot, but he's in pretty good shape on that. He's done. If anybody's been back in the trails lately, it's amazing the amount of work he's done, and it's good work. You know, people have no trouble walking through there now in the spring with their sneakers on, I'm sure. So it's going to be a real asset to have that work completed in our park. The Recreation Building Church, I don't think there's any new updates on that. The multi-purpose hard surface,
Terry is there, the clerk is meeting with Perfection Paving on Friday, and they're gonna have a start on Monday.
great. And the solar array, I know there's some work being done on the roof. They're putting the brackets on
Yeah,
to
they've been
hold
working
the
since
panels.
Yeah, they've been working since Tuesday.
Yeah, they started that on Tuesday, so, the project is obviously going ahead. It's certainly gonna be finished on time, and I think the payback on that, Darren, is what, over 4 years?
It's about 4 or 5 years, I think, was calculated. Depends on how much produces, right? We don't really know for sure yet.
Yeah, because it's, like I said, depends on how much sun we get, right?
Yeah, it's
But-
unfortunate that it was so late in the season that it would end up going in because we kind
It
of
all
missed the
works
summer, but
Yeah.
yeah, eventually over time.
12 months is 12 months is 12 months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just exactly.
Doesn't matter.
So they're, in a relatively short period of time, that project will be paid for and start actually making money and conserving energy and
Yeah,
getting
save
solar
taxpayer money.
energy. It's it's really a great idea, and we're inspired by nature. It certainly looks good for Hanwell to be going ahead with a project like that.
Yeah.
That's
So,
great.
yeah.
We need another one.
Yeah, we're starting to get a few inquiries on people, if they've heard about it, they're asking about it, they're saying, rah, 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 so I think it's a great idea, and it's coming along pretty good. Ralph Gorman, the Park, dropped an agreement off to be signed with Mr. Wong Chung, sorry, Desi. And once he gets that, signed and back to us, then we can start, getting that survey done, getting that project completed, and getting that land, the park down there, Gorman Park, expanded to have better parking, better access and stuff like that. So that's coming pretty good. As soon as he signs it, we're going to be ready to go, so, yes.
When do we think we're gonna have that signed? Is there, I know it's hard to predict lawyers, but do you think this before the winter?
Well, oh yeah.
Because we have the post office matter that we want to
Yeah.
address.
No,
Right.
well, I don't know, trying to work with Canada Post in conjunction with doing this. We'll have our work done, but whether Canada Post have their
Fair
thing or
deal,
not.
but
They're
Who
not,
knows?
they won't do the work until we, like, they're waiting on us.
Okay, yeah.
So,
I thought we were able to do it or something at the same time, but there's,
well, they're trying.
they're trying, but they will not remove the boxes until we have everything done, because they're only gonna move the boxes once.
okay, yeah.
So once we have it done, they'll move the boxes and then,
Yeah.
But does
Okay.
it like the fall, your worship? Do you think? Sorry, I don't want to.
Well, it's kind of waiting for Mr. Chong to sign that agreement. Like, we don't want to start any work until we have at least a legal intention.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no sense spending money and, I don't think he will, but something could happen. He could change his mind or whatnot. So we really, it's not good business right now to, to spend any money on that without having a binding agreement between us and Mr. Chong. And I think once, because there's certain conditions that we had to meet, like putting a fence around it, putting a gate in the fence, that type of thing is all going to happen, but we just need, that agreement, once he signs it, is binding for us and binding for him. So that protects him, protects us. So as soon as he signs it, we should be able to get moving in that right away. That's the plan, anyway. Okay, new business, there's nothing on the agenda for new business, so upcoming activities is our Blueberry Social. Claude, maybe you can round up a few people from your end of the world to come over, eat some blueberry pie tomorrow night. Northern Lights Dancers, free dancing lessons. Nature NB, August the 23rd at 6 p.m. EMO committee meeting, August 31st at 6 p.m. Communications committee meeting, September 12th at 5:30 p.m. Parks and Recreation committee meeting, September 13th at 7 p.m. Zoomers, August the 13th and August the 15th at 12 p.m.
Sorry, what are Zoomers?
That's,
so Zoomers is it's a program for, I think it's over, I wanna say,
kind of for the
over
elderly.
50.
Yeah. The seniors.
Not, I'm almost there, I'm sorry,
Are they
but
called boomers?
Zoomers, no, it's Zoomers.
No,
and
we're boomers, they're Zoomers.
It's like an exercise class. Like they,
It's called Zoomers.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not,
It's a provincial.
Okay, Never
Like
heard of it before.
Zumba for boomers?
Zumba,
No.
yeah, Zumba for
Is that what it is?
much older people.
No.
They just dance, it's like dancing, and they like move. It's to move their body, like to
Yeah.
get themselves. And it's
That
generally,
was for the elderly over 50. Put that in the minutes, please.
I didn't say LP.
No.
It's
You
fun.
said elderly.
Okay. Okay. It's for anybody over the age of 50. But people that were here generally over the age of 70.
Elderly
I will say
included.
that.
I'll
I'm
say,
almost 50, so.
thank you for that answer.
Yes, thank you for clarification on that, Dave.
Okay. Babysitting course, September 17th at 9 p.m. The Terry Fox Walk Run, Hanwell Trails, September 18th, 12 p.m. That's going to be really interesting this year with all the work done on the trails. It should, we should get a lot of feedback from that. And the Zoomers again at August the 20th at 12 p.m.
So, another question, sorry, on the Terry Fox one, so you're gonna do it in the park, the trails?
They did it last
They
year
did it
that
last
way.
year.
Yeah.
And it was good.
It was well received.
Yeah, it was well received. It'll be better received this year, I'm sure.
Yeah, cool.
Just for the point of the recording, it's babysitter course is 9 a.m. not p.m.
Oh, thank you.
Just for the it's written in there, but it's just for the radio.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, closed session, we don't have any, so the regular council meeting, our next date and time, location of next meeting is the Web Extra Council Chambers, depending on what COVID's up to, and that's on September 21st, 2022 at 7 p.m. Can I get a motion to adjourn, please?
I move to adjourn.
Second.
Great, thank you very much.